Hello, we're just doing a private video pic for the girls. Just doing, I'm just gonna do all of them, just kind of show individually and kind of talk about all of them and how they all kind of go together. We'll just start with girl number one. She's in the pink. Girl number one and girl number three, yellow, are about the same size. They're both very, very curly. Obviously, they're almost the complete opposites of each other. Um, Girl number one is very, very dark red. Girl number three is very, very curly, just like her, but she's the lightest out of all of them. You can kind of see. So I mean, size wise, they're almost completely comparable. um, if you kind of try to look at them. Um, Girl number one has no identifying like spots or white spots or anything like that, which sometimes is a characteristic of, especially sometimes the mom Sandy, because Sandy has some white tips on her feet. She has a big white spot on her chest. She had a big or a little white tip on her tail. It's the same as her mom, Honey. Honey has all them characteristics too. So sometimes it comes out in the puppies. This litter was kind of almost not so much as far as any of them. We have a couple that's got a little bit of that, but um, let's just kind of go. We don't got the boy number two. He's not in here right now, but we'll just kind of go on to your little girl. I'll skip girl number three right now. We'll go on to girl number four, which is the orange. You can see she's kind of got like a little white spot on her chin and a little bit on her chest, just a little white spot on her chest. And if you can kind of see, her back feet have little white tips. Not really so much as she played in the water, but her front feet are just a little bit wet. So she's definitely more straighter, more kind of soft, golden retriever like. And she's almost just like girl number four and girl number five, which girl number five's walking up to me. They're kind of almost the same. She's a little bit darker and um, yeah, she's definitely really, really soft, a little bit more straighter, probably going to be wavier as she gets older, or a very light curl. um, and her and the green girl, she might be a little bit smaller than green, but very, very, very similar. I'll just kind of skip the girl number four, her in the green. You can see she's got maybe a little bit of a white spot on her chin, but she's got a definitely a bigger spot kind of on her chest. Really, I don't think anything on her feet. Her back feet's got just a little bit on one side, and really almost not too much on the other side. There's really no tips of their tails or anything like that. Maybe a little bit, but really not too much. So they both of them both really got just a golden retriever face and looks, and a lot like their mom and their grandma Honey. They're just kind of both that more golden retriever look. I will get all these and we'll just kind of go with an individual of girl number three. Ooh. Well, you can kind of see her. I don't think she really has any character. She does have a little bit of a white chin, a little mark on her chin. Um, Maybe if you can kind of tell the tips of her back feet, maybe just a little bit. But she's just kind of almost like a two-tone or highlights or something, kind of a little bit in some areas. Some of that kind of looks like it just because she's getting to be really, really curly. She's a lot more poodle like, You just see the tight curls on her nose and head and ears. I can take her little collar off. I just do that so everybody kind of knows which one we're talking about. She's definitely, she's a mixture between kind of almost like a tan and a red or whatever. Kind of got a little bit both of it kind of going on at the same time. She's a good little girl. She's a little bit more shy. Not quite as shy as girl number one that had the pink. She's probably the shyest in the litter. She's playful. They kind of got to get their own speed or whatever. So some might be a few days behind one another, or just kind of. We just changed the grates in the cage or whatever to be a little bit more sanitary because they're pooping and peeing a lot more. Obviously, they're eating more dry food. Here won't be so long. We'll almost kind of wean them from mom. Mom's kind of getting to the point where she's really not wanting to feed them anymore, or it's just they're just starting to teeth, and it gets to that point. So. She's walking around, she's doing good. They all are. So we kind of just got the grate change. We got some toys in here now because we're starting to play. We're starting to actually get bored. Starting to play with each other a lot, and she's a happy little girl. You can see her little tail wagging. That means that she's happy. Not really used to being in here all by herself, so like, where's everybody at? Well, that'll kind of be all. You can almost get away more from a video and good quality video than anything else. So about the hardest thing in the world is to try to take beautiful pictures of moving little puppies, because most of the time most cameras will just make everything into a big blur. Some people have the natural ability to do it. I haven't developed that, so thanks. Enjoy.